everyone. Hi, I am Nimatura from the SMT, student of GR issue, and currently living at Tupay, Labasan, Sumbangan del Norte. International Regulation for Preventing Collision at Sea, 1972, as amended. A. General. Rule number 1. Navigation. States that the rules apply to all vessels upon the high seas and all waters connected to the high seas and navigable by sea-doing vessels. Rule number 2. Responsibility. Includes the masters, owners, and crews' responsibilities for adhering to the rules. Rule number 3. General definition. Let's provide the Col Reg general definitions. It is important to all vessels understand the meaning so that the proper precaution to be taken. Part B. Steering and sailing vessels. Rule number 4. Application. Rules 5 through 10 must be followed by vessels working under any and all visibilities conditions. Rule number 5. Lookout. Any vessels must ensure proper lookout of the times using high sight and hearing as well as any other available means suitable to the prevailing circumstances and conditions to assess the situation and the threat of collision. Number 6. Rule number 6. Safe speed. Any vessels must maintain a safe speed at all times so that she can take sustainable and appropriate action to avoid collision and the stop within a reasonable distance giving certain circumstances and conditions. Then, risk of collision. Each vessel must use all available means that are suitable to the current circumstances and conditions. A danger is presumed to exist if there any uncertainty. Rule number 8. Action to avoid collision. Contains the action that should be taken to prevent a collision. As soon as a collision is identified, a base course is applied to prevent a collision, ensuring the vessels travel at the safe distance. Rule number 8. Narrow channel. A vessel traveling through a narrow channel or fairway must stay as near of the outer limit of channel or fairway, which slides of her starboard side as is safe applicable. A vessel less than 20 meters in length or a sailing vessel must not obstruct the passage for the vessels which can safely navigate only within a narrow channel or fairway. Number 10. Traffic separation schemes. Ship cruising traffic lanes must do so as there is applicable or right angles to the general direction of traffic flow. This helps other ships understand cruising vessels' intentions and course while also allowing the vessels to cross the lane as quickly as possible. Rule number 11. Application. Rules in the section of vessels in sight of one another. Rule number 12. Sailing vessels. An action to be taken when two sailing vessels are approaching one another. One of them should keep out of the way to prevent risks of collision. Number 13. Overtaking. These rules cover overtaking. The vessels overtaking should stay clear of the vessels being overtaken. Rule number 14. Head-on situation. When two power driving vessels are meeting on reciprocal courses so as involve risk of collision, it shall alter her course starboard so that it shall move on the port side of others. Rule number 15. Cruising situations. When two power driving vessels are cruising so as to avoid risk of collision. The vessel which was the other on her own starboard side shall. If the circumstances of the case admit, avoid cruising ahead of the of the other vessel. Rule number 16. Action by giveaway vessel. Any vessel guided to keep clear of another vessel shall, to the extent practicable, take immediate and substantive action to keep well clear. Rule number 17. Action by stand-on vessel. The stand-on vessel can take action to avoid collision by here a new veer alone zone as it become apparent to her that vessels needed to keep out. Rule number 17. Action by stand-on vessel. May stand-on vessels can take action to avoid collision by here maneuver alone as long as become apparent of her that vessel needed to keep out of away and not taking up appropriate action. Number 18. Responsibilities between vessels. Deals with responsibilities between vessels and includes requirements for vessel with shall keep out the way of others. Rule number 19. Conduct of vessels in restricted visibility. Every vessel must travel at a safe speed is appropriate for the conditions and visibility. In vessel detect another via radar, it must determine if there is a collision. A visual hearing frog signal of another vessel should reduce the speed to a maximum. Part C. Lights and shape. Rule number 20. Application. This rule considering lights apply from sunset to sunrise. Rule number 21. Definitions. Thus, provide the Col Reg definition. It is important to all lights understand the meanings. Rule number 22. Visibility of lights. Pertaining the lights should be visible and minimum range in nautical miles determined according to the type of vessel for driving vessels underway. A masthead light forward. A second masthead light adopt of an higher than the forward one, except that a vessel of less than 50 meters in length shall not be obliged to exhibit such light, but any do so. Sunlight and stem light. Rule number 24. Towing and pushing. Covers lights for vessels, towing and pushing. Rule 25. Sealing vessels underway and vessels under oars. Covers and lighting specification for sealing and vessels under oars. Rule number 26. Fishing vessels. It pertains to requirement for fishing vessels. 7. Vessels not under command or restricted in ability in maneuver. Covers lights requirements for vessels not under command or restricted in their ability to maneuver. Rule number 28. Vessels constrained by their draught. It pertains to the light requirements for vessels constrained by their draught. Number 29. Pilot vessels. Covers lights requirements for pilot vessels. Rule number 30. Anchor vessels and around. These rules cover light requirements for vessel, anchor, and around. Rule number 31. Safe place. When a ship cannot display lights on a ship in the correct state or in the position specified in the rules of the part. She must display lights and shape that are similar in characteristic and precision as possible. Number 32. Definitions. These rules gives definition of whistle, short, blast, and prolonged blast. Rule number 33. Equipment for sound signals. These rules state that vessels 12 meters or more on length shall carry a whistle and a bell, and vessels 10 meter or more length should carry addition on gong. Rule number 34. Maneuvering and warning signals. Cover maneuvering and warning signals using whistle or lights. Rule number 35. Sound signal in requested visibility. Include sound signals to be used in requested visibility. Rule number 36. Signal and attract attention. Cover signal to be used to attract attention. Rule number 37. Restrict signals. When a vessel is in distress and requires assistance, she shall use or exhibit the signal described annex 4 to these regulations. Rule number 38. Exemptions. Any vessels which comply with the 1960 collisions regulations and were built or already under construction with the 1972 collision regulation entered into force may be exempted for some requirements for the lights and sounds signal for a specified period.